Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to show you how I created my glitter wall. This was a process for sure, but I'm really happy with how it turned out and I'm so excited to share it with you. My initial plan when I was conceptualizing and kind of designing this wall was to completely build it myself. So I was at Lowe's like every weekend it seemed, and I was looking at wood, looking at brackets, trying to figure out how I was going to get like a 12-foot shelf multiple times on my wall. I was really like gung-ho set on that.
Here, this wood is 628. Right here. Well, that's what it says. I do know. It's 6 feet. Yeah, it's 6 feet. 6 feet. Right there. So then I could hang this, I think would barely work. But this I would be much more comfortable with. Because then I have plenty of room to put my little bottle on there. You know? Right? Hang it like... Because then you have plenty of room. And then the bracket, I have to get those too. Right? Right? So I need to get 18 of these. Because that would make 9 shelves. Yeah. So you want me to hang one shelf first and then come back? I mean, I think that this is a good shelf width. You know?
Okay, do 4. And then
2 shelves and then come back and do the rest?
And get the rest and see if you like it.
Put the glitter on it and make sure. But what if I hang 2 shelves and then I change my mind? No, I'm not giving up on this project. I'm doing it. Because this is just like wood, boring wood.
Yeah, it's wood. It's just like pine, but it's not pine.
Well, it's just, I mean, it doesn't really matter what kind of wood it is. I'm going to paint it. As long as it holds my little glitter bottles, that's what matters.
So you want to try and see if it's going to hold up, and then you can paint it before you drill it into the brackets.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Let's get 4 and try 2 shelves and see how it goes. Is there a cheaper option, maybe? Because I'm going to paint them, so it doesn't really matter.
You're going to paint them?
Well, I was planning on painting them. Should I not paint them?
At this point, I started to question everything I was doing, wondering if this is actually a thing I want to undertake.
I'm going over to get what I initially thought that I was going to get, which is this pine over here. I think it's this pine here. Okay, so this pine they have in a 1x4 by 6 foot, but I would need 18 of those. I don't like that price tag. So we're trying to figure out for this glitter wall what we want to do. I like that these boards are already painted white. That saves me a lot of work from having to paint them. But so the wall is about 12, right? And these are 8 foot. And so I don't know if I want to, and the 12 foot won't fit in the cart. So we're trying to figure out if we should do 2 6s or if I should do like 8 plus 4, like cut an 8 in half maybe.
So the wood thing was very overwhelming to me. It was really stressing me out. I was feeling like I was never going to get it done because there were so many pieces and so many elements that I was trying to put together and figure out how I was going to do. And I was really getting annoyed with the mess that my space was in, and I can't get to any of my glitter. I'm freaking out. This is messy. I just want to get this room done. So I was kind of trying to think of another solution that was still going to be budget friendly. This is not the most budget friendly solution, but I needed something that was going to work for me long term. So my mom and I were on a shopping trip at Ikea looking for completely different stuff. We were not even thinking about shelves. And we walked by the Mosslanda shelf area, and I just got this like, this is what I need to do. You know, like this is what I need to do for my shelves. These are gonna work out perfectly. They're gonna be wide enough. They're already painted. I don't have to worry about that. They've already got holes drilled into them. This is going to be an easy solution that I can just bust out and get done so that I don't have to worry about and stress about this wall anymore.
Let me tell you, the amount of like weird looks I got putting 24 of these shelves into my little normal shopping cart. Oh man, people thought I was crazy.
I need 24.
It's making me dizzy.
So I purchased my 24 shelves. 24 of those shelves ended up costing me about $480, which is a lot more than the wood shelves would have been, but I didn't have to buy brackets or anything. All I had to buy was a box of screws. Those are about $20, so it's a little bit more pricey as far as money goes, but it saved me a whole lot of time. I didn't have to paint them or do anything, so in my opinion, it was well worth the cost. I'm sure that most people don't need to buy 24 of these. So once I got them home that day, I went right down to my studio and started putting these things up. Once I bought these, I was like invigorated, I was ready, I was excited, and I just wanted to get it done at this point. Now my plan of attack here was to start kind of at the middle / high point where I wanted the shelves and then work my way down and up. So I'm starting with this one shelf. I'm kind of marking off where I want it to go or like where the level is, and I'm putting it up against my mural wall, and then I'm going to do 3 shelves for each row of shelving. Now they're not going to go all the way to the wall, but I thought it would be cute to put some little, pictures or something cute on that side to kind of just make it a whole little cohesive deal here. So it took me, I want to say, like a lot of shelves before I really got into a rhythm and actually figured out the best way to attack this, but that's okay, we learn as we go. So in between each of my shelves, like rows of shelving, I'm measuring out 5 inches, and I'm just marking on the wall where the width of the shelf is, which is about 3 inches, and then 5 inches down from that, I'm doing another little width, just so I can kind of map this out a little bit. Pencil will erase right off the wall, so I'm just going to erase all of this when I'm done. So my first step here was to map out on the shelf where my 3 drill holes are, and then I initially tried to just drill the drywall anchor right into the wall, and it was really hard to get them to get into the wall. It said on the box that you didn't have to drill a hole beforehand, but we figured that it was the best way to do it, so we just took one of the screws from the pack and drilled a little hole just so we could get that anchor started, to go into the wall. So I screwed 3 of those into the wall first, and then we were able to hang the shelves from there.
That's a stud. It must be. Never mind. I had it going the wrong way. Okay, so now we screwed the shelf in. Okay.
We have 1 screw.
That's our tester screw. He has a special job.
level?
Yeah, it's a little not level, but it's like 98% level. It's level enough.
It's a little not level. Well, that's one shelf.
Woohoo!
Pretty good.
23 to go.
Once I had the first shelf hung, I was like, yes, we are doing it. This is going well. We're going to just bust this out. And we did. We ended up working it took us a couple hours to get the first few shelves up. I did take a couple breaks in between. It took us longer than a couple hours, probably like between 5 and 6 hours, I want to say, mapping everything out, making sure it was all level. Of course, you have to measure twice and only drill holes into the wall once. So we really took our time making sure everything was as level as we could get it. And huge shout out to my mom, Manny, for helping me with this. I don't think I could have done all of these shelves by myself. I would have lost my ever-loving mind. After we had a few of the shelves hung up, I wanted to take some of my glitter bottles and put them on the shelves to see how many the shelves would actually hold, how many bottles of glitter, because at this point I was kind of thinking maybe I could get away with only doing 7 rows of shelving and I could take 3 of the shelves back, get my like $60 back. So I wanted to make sure that I was going to have enough room, but also see if I could save a little bit of cash in the end.
54, 56, 58, 61.
You can say 60 for the sake of...
Yeah, so we'll say 60 per row of 3. I have the capacity for 8, but I was gonna do 7.
Okay.
If I need to go higher, I can go higher because
I decided from there that I was going to work my way down, see how far down the wall I could go versus working my way up. I wanted to be able to access all of my glitter bottles easily because I want to use everything I have. So having them up higher is not ideal.
Why do you do that? Take the level off. I can't hold it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Why do you knock it down like that?
Okay, that's good.
Oh.
That was all you, my friend.
I know.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Where's the hole?
Again, huge thank you to my mom for doing this with me, putting up with my demanding attitude, and for being the best assistant that I could ever have.
Because this is not right.
Okay, we'll fix that side.
Move out of my way.
Ugh. Perfect. Okay, don't move. Okay?
Just slide that ever so gently. See that? It's not really on that.
Is it level? Yeah, it freaking is. She is level.
So about halfway through this project, we finally got into a rhythm. We would hold the shelf up to the wall, take one of the screws, drill the holes, like pre-drill the holes into the wall where the anchors are supposed to go, then drill the anchors into the wall, and then when we're going to hang the shelf up, drill the middle screw in first to secure the shelf to the wall, and then we can alter each end and then drill in accordingly to make sure that everything stays level and to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. I'm really glad we figured that out at some point and not towards the very end because it really did help speed up this entire process.
did the glitter shelves. Ooh.
Once I had 7 of my 8 shelves hung up, I started organizing all of my glitter and putting it up on the wall. I'm trying to color coordinate it and make it kind of flow really nicely, group all my colors together. I'm not going for a full, like, perfect gradient because that would just be way too much of a headache, but I am trying to group all of the similar colors together, so all my teals together, all my whites together, all my pinks, etc. So I'm just mapping everything out here. This took me a really long time, and then I realized halfway through this process that I had an entire bin of glitter that was either not bottled or just like not organized the right way. So then I spent a couple hours bagging or bottling all of my glitters that were just sitting in bags forever and labeling all of those, grouping them into light colors, and trying to map out how on earth I was going to get all of this to fit on these shelves.
Good morning! It's the next day. I stayed up way too late organizing all of my glitters, making sure they were all bottled, and I had everything out on the shelves. And then I realized I had a whole bunch of green glitter down here that is not on the shelves. So I'm going to add another row at the very bottom so that we have enough room to hopefully fit all of this glitter in it. Who would have thought, right? I was thinking when I made this glitter wall, or like when I was envisioning this glitter wall, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a whole wall. It's gonna be plenty of space. I'm gonna have open room. So I'm gonna hang up one more shelf underneath, and then we'll see how much room we have and go from there.
Once I had this final shelf installed, I was able to put all of my glitters on it. I do actually even have a little bit of extra space for when I get more glitter, because we know inevitably that's going to happen. So I'm really, really happy with this. I'm glad I installed the 8th shelf, even though I don't get to get any of my money back by returning these, but you know, whatever. So I put all of my glitter on. Again, I have some extra room, thank goodness, and I'm really happy with this project. Overall, it took me a couple days to get it done, one late evening and then into the morning, and that was it.
So that is how I put together my glitter wall. I am so happy with how it turned out. I think if I had tried to build them myself still, they would not be done, but they're done. I was able to get it done in a couple of days. I feel so much better about my space. I'm feeling inspired again. Getting to see everything I have available to me right in front of my face has been amazing, honestly. So you don't have to buy 24 shelves like I did, but if you have a little bit of room, you're looking for some new shelving options, you can get these shelves at Ikea. They're very affordable and they have a bunch of different sizes. So again, I got the 45-inch wide ones and they were $18 a piece. So I put them all up on my wall and that's it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. I upload brand new videos every single week. So if you don't want to miss any of those, make sure you're subscribed. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Love ya. Bye.